community, and IMU as the pulse of community. We have an interpreter to join us tonight. She is Miss Jojo from Sarawak Society for the Deaf. I request all of you to please turn on your camera for our deaf guests to speech read and see your facial expressions. Thank you. We will begin tonight by the welcome speech by Dean of Community Engagement, Professor Koo Kwan Pike. Please welcome Professor Koo Kwan Pike.
Hello, Ijula, thank you so much for the introduction. I am Professor Koo Swan Pek, Dean for Community Engagement. So we have a translator here, so I'm just going to pace myself, yeah. First of all, I want to thank the organizers of this the event tonight. But the Deaf Awareness Week has been going on in the past few days throughout this week. I am really, the word is I'm really humbled to be here. At the same time, I'm very proud of what our deaf ambassadors, our student I am for the deaf ambassadors, whom we are growing in IMU. I'm really proud of them because we are all making small steps to make this happen. And what we're trying to make happen, we that as healthcare professionals or would-be healthcare professionals in terms of students, I feel there is more that we can do to bridge, to make the gap smaller between the hearing community like me and the deaf community. I'm sure you will agree that the deaf community is deprived in some ways, especially definitely in terms of getting a direct hearing of messages and communication about the world. But thank God for people like Miss Jojo and many of the translators. We are hoping to be able to make the gap smaller and smaller. It would be fantastic if one day every deaf person is accompanied by a translator. But we don't have that luxury right now. Or better still, if there is a device whereby the deaf community can use to communicate with the hearing community. Technology is improving more and more. I'm sure one day this will become like something very natural. Yeah. So before all of that happens, we feel that we must grow, be useful citizens. We all live together in this country, in this world. Everybody belongs to us and we belong to everybody. So with that sense, we are actually trying to move forward with the community, hearing as well as deaf, and maybe our next step might also be the blind community, one step at a time. So when we first started this thing seriously, that was about 2 years, maybe a year ago, when we started growing groups and groups of students who are interested to learn the sign language. Then we said to them, we had experts to come and teach them. So we said to them, after learning, you've got to be useful. It is not just getting a certificate and then tell people I know about sign language. So I think that far we have been quite successful because I think students find it, they really appreciate that they get this opportunity to do it. But we are not happy just remaining where we are, just batches and batches of students who are graduating with basic sign language. We want to create awareness in the rest of the people around us, maybe our family, our friends, and people like you today. 70 of you, you see, 70 participants. are here today. Reason is because you want to know. You want to, in Malay we say prihatin. You want to support the, whatever we do, as well as also learn here and there. In the last few days in the IMU, our student deaf ambassadors for the deaf, we have put up, signs, signing, and people are having fun. We make it fun. They try to say their names in sign language. They try to say, I love IMU in sign language. So I think these are small steps that we are very, very encouraged, to be really honest. We are not doing this for any purpose other than wanting to bridge the gap. And there is a gap. Yeah. So, and I hope that 70 of you, 71, there'll be more. Each year we try to go one step forward. And in fact, already it's been a year. We don't learn sign language every day. I've only held these courses, our community engagement has conducted this, with the experts, maybe only 2 times or 3 times so far a year. So moving forward, what we want to do is probably, create what's in the pipeline is to actually create maybe a clinic once in 2 months where we can provide some healthcare screening for the deaf community. It is not that they can't afford it. No, it is about the accessibility. Even sometimes when people can pay, but there's nobody to translate. The doctors are just using the best they can language with their fingers like me. So we are hoping that we can be more useful. At the same time, we also hope the students who have learned the basic sign language can also hang around in the clinic, help to translate. And we also need a professional translator to begin with. And over time, the people who have learned quite theoretically through the course can learn to utilize the language. So as you can see, I continue to be with us in this journey. We were very humbled to even see parents of our students who came for our last few days, the activities we had. We are really, really grateful for their support as well. And I also want to give a shout out to Arina, Mr. Edward Wong, Miss Arina Baseran, Mr. Amril Norman, Mr. Ernest Ting, Mr. Albert Wong, and our Jojo Sim here. All of you are really supporting what we do. We need you. If you're not here today with us, we are just playing with ourselves and feeling good about ourselves. You have actually come in and helped us to make it real. And we hope you can continue to walk this journey with us. Reason is because we do need you to make it happen for a wider circle each time every year. So with that, once again, we thank everybody, including the participants. You are all great. And I am at the bottommost of the rung. Without all of you, there's nothing for me to say anything at all. Yeah. So thank you so much. There are going to be many activities, I was told. So let's stick around and see what we can pick up from here. I definitely am starting from zero. So I'm probably going to pick up, I'm a very slow learner. So I will pick up bits and pieces here and there and maybe revise again next year. And I'll keep on doing this until I'm old. Okay. So help each other. Thank you so much. And over to you, Ijula. Thank you.
Indeed, I am honored and privileged to be a part of this as well. As Prof has mentioned, we are all taking small steps as healthcare professionals or would-be healthcare professionals to make the gap smaller between the deaf community and the hearing community. Thank you so much for the wise words, Professor Koo. Next, we have a talk by Mr. Joseph and Mr. Ibrahim about deaf culture. I leave the floor to Mr. Joseph and Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you for the introduction. Now, let us talk about the deaf community and what we and what we can learn about the deaf community. Firstly, let's talk about deafness and sign language. Who are the deaf community and who are part of it? I'll pass it over to Ibrahim.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Ibrahim, and we will be first discussing about the introduction of the term deaf and the sign languages. Okay, so when we say deaf, the term deaf includes like all degree of hearing losses, regardless of the underlying cause of the hearing loss. The sign language, by definition, is a visual gestural system of communication, which means that it uses the visualization of the hand signs along with the gestures or the expression. There are basically 5 units that makes this sign language functional. These include the hand shape, palm orientation, the movement, location, and also the expression of the face as well. I've included an example of the sign language for the word mom and dad, which includes the difference in the sign language. So sign language is not a universal language. Different countries have different sign languages. The sign language that's used in Malaysia is Bahasa Isyarat Malaysia.
Now that we know what the deaf community is, let's talk about some terms that are acceptable and not acceptable in the community so that we can better address the deaf community.
Right. So first we will look into the acceptable terms. First is deaf. Note that the deaf over here is with a capital D. This implies that the individual is a part of deaf community and that they know the sign language. The second is hard of hearing, which is indicated to those with good speech and also do have some degree of hearing loss. The derogatory terms include the deaf dumb, deaf mute, and hearing impaired. So why do you think the above words are incorrect and inappropriate ways to describe deafness? So basically when we say like deaf and dumb and mute, they're used to in the same context in this situation. That is to imply that a deaf person cannot speak. This is not true. Some deafs are capable of speaking and may choose not to speak. Hearing impaired, although is not directly a derogatory word, it can imply a negative meaning, and some of the deafs do not prefer this term.
All right, thank you, Ibrahim. Next, why don't we talk about how to actually communicate with the deaf community? But first, I want to hear from the audience. You can type in the chat box about what do you think we should do, what we should do and what we shouldn't do when talking with a deaf person. Okay, there's one here from Apple, which has maintain eye contact. Good, good. We should look at them. Yes. You should be respectful. Yes. Be patient, be respectful and patient, and don't leave them out of the combo. Yes. Okay. All very good answers. And we'll address them more on the next slide. Thank you all from the audience for sharing your answer. Now, here are some things that you should and shouldn't do. Firstly, let's start with what we should do. First, we should if you want to get a deaf person's attention, you should lightly tap on their shoulder, to their closest shoulder, just to get their attention. No need to be hard when tapping them. When you do get their attention, look directly at them and speak slowly. This helps them with lip reading and better understand your speech. However, do note that not every deaf person can lip read. Another thing that we should do is actually use our body language and facial expressions when we are talking. This is and if and if the message doesn't get across, try rephrasing the sentence. Some words or concepts are harder to understand or communicate through words if you don't have a previous experience with them. And lastly, of course, we need to be patient and respectful when talking with our deaf friends. On that note, let's talk about some things that we should avoid when talking with the deaf person. Firstly, we should not tap on the farthest side of the shoulder, as this might surprise the deaf person when they don't see anyone when they turn. Don't be very forceful and disrespectful when you try to get their attention as well. Secondly, do not obscure the mouth or over-exaggerate your expressions or mouth, as this can make lip reading extremely difficult, as these are the main ways for a deaf person to read our speech. And lastly, we should never ignore our deaf allies. Often, deaf people feel left out because people find it difficult to talk with them, whether it's being the communication barrier or the having them to rephrase their speech. So let us do our best to breach this silence and communicate with our deaf friends. Thank you. I'll pass it over to the Ijula. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so thank you, Joseph. In this section, I will be summarizing the businesses that cater to the deaf and that are run by the deaf community as well. So these deaf businesses are run by, also they employ the deaf individuals who uses sign language. These include KFC, Starbucks Malaysia, and also Cafe Vegan Delight as well. So next we will be I'll be discussing about how we can support the deaf community. Okay. All right, so first of all, we can support the deaf community and the businesses by getting familiarized with the sign language. We can know what are the things that are supposed to be done and what are the things that we should avoid when we are communicating with the deaf individuals. That includes the derogatory words as well, not to use. We can support the businesses run via the purchases through the businesses, and also the deaf organization, the deaf communities. We can volunteer in their community work that are held by these communities. So that's all for this session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph and Mr. Ibrahim, for such a comprehensive talk about deaf culture. Now we are aware of the acceptable terms. We could use the sign language, especially the specific one to Malaysia, BIM, and the do's and the don'ts, and how we can support deaf community. Thank you so much. It might come as a surprise to some of us that deaf individuals can enjoy music as well as play musical instruments. One such is deaf beat. Now we will play a video about deaf beat.
Hello. My name is Joseph. My sign name is JL. My sign name is Mackey. Mackey, CHUA. And I've been with the team for 11 years. My name is Harry, Harry, and I'm from Kajang, and we are Deaf Beats of YMCA. I was born deaf. I heard from the members of YMCA that they are setting up a drum group for the deaf. and I wanted to join them. When I was born, I could hear a bit, but as I grew older, my hearing deteriorated until I couldn't hear anymore. Joseph invited me to join playing drums, but I said, I cannot hear. How am I going to play? But Joseph insisted that I try and see how they play drums. When I saw them for the first time, then I understand how they play. In 2016, my mother heard a radio announcement about the Deaf Beats group. And so my mother asked me to try to be a part of the team. First, we learn the basic patterns and slowly we move up to a higher level. The basic is simple, but the higher level gets harder and harder. How we learn is, number 1, we feel. Number 2 is the beats. And number 3 is by counting. The most important thing is learning the basics. Once you have the basics and you practice consistently with seriousness, you will be able to play. The first time I learned, they taught me to clap and feel. When you feel the tap on your back, you feel the steps and the counting of the timing. That is how we learn the basics. I know I cannot hear, but I can feel the vibration and I can synchronize the movements with other members by looking through the corners of my eyes. When I perform in front of an audience, I get worried. What if we make a mistake? But we know we have to keep on trying because we want to be known and we want to be proud of our achievements. I remember my first show was in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I felt so nervous because so many people were looking at me. My heart was beating so hard. I was so scared. I wanted to learn because I loved the sound of the Chinese drums and the choreographed patterns. I also like to travel around the world to show that the deaf can also play drums as good as the hearing. If the deaf wants to learn how to play the drums, you are very much welcome. Don't worry that you cannot hear. Just try and learn how to play. We will teach you how to play the basics and slowly develop. But you must come over and be committed to train and practice together. Anyone who wants to join Deaf Beats can contact Miss Molly at YMCA.
I agree with our audience. It is indeed amazing. The deaf people can play music as well, musical instrument as well, and enjoy. Their all other senses are, they can use the other senses and play musical instruments and enjoy life, go on to other countries and perform and be accomplished and feel proud of themselves. Next, we have a sharing session, a silent story, and I would be facilitating the session. And our interpreter who would help bridge the gap is, as I have told before, Miss Jojo. Welcome to the session. I request all to please turn on your camera to allow our deaf guests to speech read and see your facial expressions. Allow me to briefly introduce our speakers. Joining with us today are Ms. Arina Basira, deaf teacher of SPK Pertuturan Q, Mr. Amril Nurman, deaf teacher of SK Pandidikan Khas Jalan Peel, Mr. Albert Wong, chairman of Sarawak Society for the Deaf, teacher of SKPK Pandidikan Khas, Mr. Edward Wong, a deaf artist and a student from Help University, also top 10 of Young Talents Monster 2021. Mr. Ernest Ting, General Manager of Sarawak Society for the Deaf. Yeah. Well, a very warm welcome to all our speakers to A Silent Story. Let's begin by introducing ourselves. Can you tell us about yourself? Let's begin with Miss Arina. Miss Arina.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you.
Hello. Sorry for my bad English. You may read my script in comment for understanding more. Okay, thank you. Okay, Ernest. Hello. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera, guys. My name is Teacher Arina from Q Speech Center. I had hearing problem after being born from my mother's from way to rubella. Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. Amril, can you tell us about yourself?
Hello, are you? MU and it. Yeah. My name is Amril. I am a special education teacher in KPK Jalati. You can come to my school in community over. Come. Okay. My early level is proper. So I am only that not no. So finally my teacher to be a bad teacher for all special education because all of them already screen on ability including normal people. Thank you. Nice to meet you all. Hello. Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Arina, Mr. Amril, welcome and thank you. Mr. Edward, can you tell us about yourself?
My name is Edward. This is my sign name. I work as an artist and also I'm a CAD draftsman for almost 6 years. I became deaf when I was around 2 years old, I guess, and the medical report was inexplicit. So I studied in a private school, and that is a school mainly for the deaf. So currently I'm studying my diploma in IT while juggling my studies and job. But soon I will be graduating this year. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as well. Mr. Albert, can you tell us about yourself?
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Albert Wong. I'm from Sarawak. This is the logo of SSD, Sarawak Society for the Deaf, and I'm the chairman of the society. Currently, I'm working as a teacher of SKPK Kota Samarahan. It is a special school. And I have a deaf wife, and now I have 3 sons. So nice to meet you.
Mr. Albert, nice to meet you. Mr. Ernest, can you tell us about yourself?
Hello everyone. My name is Ernest, Ting, and this is my sign name. I'm from Cebu, but my family moved to Kuching because they are looking for a deaf school. And when I was born, I am actually having high fever, so that's caused me to a deaf person. Nice to meet you guys.
Miss Arina, Mr. Amril, Mr. Edward, Mr. Albert, and Mr. Ernest. Nice to have you here tonight. Can you share with us the challenges you face due to hearing loss in your daily life, and how you have overcome it and stay positive? Miss Arina.
A story in my high school. I was very weak in science and math subjects. One of my teachers spoke behind me. He said, Arina cannot pass SPM. No, you. She is weak, lazy. Also, don't want to try. When I heard those words, honey, but be patient and keep trying to study hard. After SPM results come on, thank God the some tests have been improved from grade E to grade C+. No, and my result, the people are not understood. Thank you.
You have inspired. Your story has inspired you, how you have converted something that could have hurt you into something to motivate you, and you have kept going and achieving even better, and to have reached successful. Thank you so much, and thank you for inspiring us. Next, we have Mr. Amril.
Lo toli mai mi bili about my kid old I anyway kuliah bak otot kuli at in cool ku me or be deaf. We tend to be, we tend to be. Tom teacher cannot adopt me at the cool normal cool. I join normal cool. Teacher cannot adopt me. They I join cepat ikut cool. Why I join normal cool? Because I want to learn how to talk and communicate with normal people. Mau boleh. Mau tertanya, I become tertanya. In me along in term mentality and jam implement. You think me weak? No, it make me very strong. So I don't care about bullying. You bully me, I know. However, I want to find them, but didn't know how to do. I am weak. I am not WWE. No, I didn't know. Out. So I study and try to time more than them. They study, I study more. Untuk I study. Every day study. Ketika itu actual to everything. It is very important to me for my photo. My mom always me. Thank you, my mom. My mom. Okay. Well, I got number 1 in all class. All my belief to be my friend. They want to learn with me. They always protect me through my cold day. If author bully me, they am me. To remember them, I am them. See how to actual in a cup. We always share everything, including how to communicate and how to alter community of normal people like you all. Something we have to do something big in where to like from them. If no doing something that impact them or nothing Take to the care. You. Okay. Okay. Must be partly to think about your time. Not time. Thank you very much. Yeah.
I'm truly inspired. Any difficulty you have faced, you have only not made yourself weaker, but worked so hard and made yourself only stronger. You have inspired and motivated all of us to do even better in our lives. You have also encouraged others and moved so forward. I'm truly very humbled and inspired. Mr. Albert, can you share with us the challenges you have faced and how you have overcome and stayed positive?
Okay. So I remember because for visual it's a very important element, and also the BIM, which is the sign language, is very important for me. Last time, for example, when I was born, I was premature. I was born in 7 months and I was this small, and my parents, they don't know anything until like I'm in 2 years old. Then they realized that I'm deaf. So my parents are very worried and they try to look for school, but there is none. And until they selected this Sarawak Society for the Deaf, SSD, and they brought me there and try. The teacher teach me. So I still remember last time the first like my first teacher, like how they start to teach me. They are using like all the sense, like the nature, the trees, the leaf. They call me over and then they show me. Okay, this is how to sign this. This is a flower, so how to sign, and then this is leaf. And we not yet learn about the words. I have no idea about all the words also, so I just learn the sign, and slowly I grow from it. And after that, when I joined into the school, the teachers actually teach me, and then like how to sign, and then but the teachers only teach me the words, which is using this finger spelling, and then I have to catch everything, memorize everything into my brain, but I have no idea what is the meaning of all these words. So it's okay, never mind, I will just follow. I just memorize them, all the words, word by words, and then it was very tough for me and very tiring. But until I meet my deaf friends, wow, we are signing and we are very happily talking using sign. And since then, my sign language start to grow. I learn from the sign, and then I learn by using this BIM to communicate with each other. We try to talk among each other, and I started to grow from there until I understand. And then, until I understand, and later, I look at the photo and the words. Then I started to know, oh, this is the meaning of the words that I learned. So I continue to learn, and about the words, I read books. And then I read a lot of books. I have no idea what are the words, what are the meaning of the words also. I don't know them, so it's okay. The teacher asked me, and then the teacher guide me, and then I try to write. I only can memorize them and copy and paste with the sentences. I just copy from the teachers. And then the word, because for the hearing, we can learn and follow the words. But for me, my writing, my sentences is very bad. They are like jumping here and there. because I just follow the sign. Because when we are signing, the words are actually not in the proper sentences. So later, when I was like around 15 years old, then I started to understand and know how to write good sentences like in BM and also in English. So it took me 15 years. It was a very long time, but it's okay. I just keep practicing, and until now, slowly improving. Because the most important, because if I'm with my parents, it is very important if the parents can also guide us in reading and writing. It is the same like the teacher. The teacher also have to guide, and slowly we grow. It's better to have both of the parents and teachers to work together and teach. And also, if I'm with my deaf friend, I can communicate with them using sign language, BIM. If you are facing any difficulties, don't worry, just try it. Keep trying. Never ever give up. Never. Always keep the momentum going and always trying, and then if something is wrong, never mind, it's okay. And slowly you can feel the improvement on your own. It's not just the hearing but also the deaf. Maybe some of the hearing people, they learn just one time, then they can master everything. But maybe the deaf, they need triple times and more time to work on it, and then they can learn about it and master it. So never want to give up, and then always be positive, and slowly you may learn from it, you may grow from it. So that's all from me. Thank you.
This is so true, how step by step you have learned, how step by step you have overcome your difficulties, and how you have actually even now trying your best. Your resilience and perseverance is indeed admiring. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Mr. Albert, could you share with us the challenges you have faced and how you overcome and stay so positive?
Sorry, I couldn't see Edward. Where is Edward? Okay. Okay. Okay, now I shall begin a story of the problem that I faced. So it was a disastrous problem that I ever experienced. So it may be a long story, but I will try to make it short and clear for everyone. So I still remember last time is during my SPM result is in 2015. My result was released and I passed. So my family was so happy, and this is a very good news to them. So we share our joy, and then we even have a small celebration together. So my parents, after a few weeks, my parents and I, we went to a very famous university, and which is also my dream school. But I won't reveal the name because I don't intend to harm the reputation. So we applied everything and everything went smoothly, and I got into the deaf, and I'm the only deaf from my school to get into the university. my dream came true. So it was the first day of my university life. I attended the class and I was with so many classmates. They are non-deaf, of course. However, I was similar in communicating with them because I also socialize with lots of friends through online game. But then not all of them actually can talk to me because it was the first time meeting a deaf in their life, and then also they are not knowing how to communicate with me. So it was quite awkward. So you know, right? Paying attention to the lecturer in front and then speaking at the time, and then with a slide presenting, actually without an interpreter is not an issue for me. But then a few weeks later, I actually encountered one of the trouble in class because this is a communication skill, and this is a compulsory subject by the Ministry of Higher Education. So it is like speaking all the time and with a very few slides only. So because of that, I tried to look for an interpreter, and that time there is a very lacking of interpreters in KL and Selangor. But however, I still managed to get one interpreter. But guess what? I was shocked with the price, and it cost 50 ringgit per hour. So imagine I paid for my whole semester for 3 years of a diploma, and then maybe it could be more expensive than a condominium or a car. And that was really expensive. So that time also my family started to have this financial difficulty because of the implementation of GST. So wrong time, bad luck for me. I feel disappointed and hopeless, unhappy because it was really tragic. My dream was completely shattered. So after a few days, I reflected on myself. So I decided to quit the university in order to not create some problem for my dream school and also to ease my family financial difficulty. So it was just a beginning, and I moved on. During those time, I juggled my self-paced study and a job, and also I try to explore and I learn new things outside on my own. So in the year 2017, my former teacher, she invited me to actually interact with the students of the sign language courses. At first, I was hesitant to share my story because I thought it was not important to tell, but my heart told me that to share it to them. And after I shared, they became very sympathetic, and then they said they want to be my interpreter for the future once they completed the course. And I learned that my story was actually something magical that able to change life. So I keep sharing, and I able to predict that the lack of interpreters, this problem would end, and the deaf people difficulties maybe can be eased in the later few years. And later in year 2019, we have the technology application for the deaf, which is introduced last time, especially the live caption app. Also, there are enough interpreters around, which is to assist the deaf people. So it is my worry and depend on the interpreters. So I decided and plan to resume my university life. So, but it is other than my dream school. So I enrolled and registered everything by myself. And then without the help of my parents, and also without the help of any, because I'm already an adult. So also I don't get any interpreter to help for me. I only get the interpreter during my 2 days orientation, because they help well through it, but maybe I can still using this live caption app, and then this is helping me throughout the day. So without the interpreter, so I really want to thank the technology now, because creating this live caption for the deaf, and I mostly using it during my online classes and until this semester without depending on any interpreters. So I can live without this live caption and subtitles, just like the hearing people can live without music, right? So that's the end of my sharing. And after that, my internship. Also, I finished my internship, and I'm going to graduate this year. So I really thank you everyone for helping me throughout this journey.
Wow, I'm truly proud and inspired. What a wonderful journey you have. When you face an obstacle, you solved and actually created even a better and move forward so gracefully, making such a huge impact. I am truly inspired, and I admire. And congratulations in advance for your graduations.
Thank you so much. Hopefully soon I will be graduating.
Soon, hopefully. Next, may I invite Mr. Albert? Could you share with us your journey and the challenges you face and how you have overcome it and stayed positive?
Ernest, right?
Mr. Ernest, sorry.
Hello everyone. So I'm a deaf student in the secondary school, and the teacher knows a bit of sign language, but what she teach is actually not much using sign. Mostly the teachers will be writing on the blackboard, and we just need to copy down everything, and then these words I have no idea what is this. So actually we complained, and then I reported to the principal. So the principal is like scolding the teachers that you guys have to teach. And then the teacher was actually angry because she said that, oh, who is the one and reported to the headmaster, to the principal. So we cannot answer the teacher. So, and again, we have to learn again, copy everything from the teachers again without knowing the meaning of it. So I hope that the teachers, maybe they can teach us, because some of the teachers, they have some meetings or appointment also, and they don't spend time with the deaf. So how are we going to learn? How are we going to learn and write? So I really hope that the teacher can actually learn fully in BIM, and always be patient to teach the deaf students so that the student can improve. If the student is wrong, maybe the teacher have to be patient and keep teaching and slowly they can actually improve from it. And secondly, during the COVID time, I went to this Pizza Hut. I go to the shop, and then I was talking to them and with the mask on. So they don't know that because they are on their mask, so they don't know what we are talking about. So after that, when they passed me the receipt, I noticed that he mentioned that I'm a Mr. Blue Shirt guy. Maybe because at that time they cannot look at my mouth. So next time when I go again, I will write a note to them and telling them and show them my name instead of just approach them. Then after that, I get the receipt with my name on it. So I learned, and thank you.
Thank you. So innovative. So innovative. Thank you for sharing this with us, Mr. Ernest. Miss Arina, you have told us about how you have improved your grades and overcome all obstacles you have faced in your life. Could you tell us how you have stayed positive in your life? In your life?
I'm sorry I forgot to end one more. Is how to stay positive. Never give up no matter what happening to you. Keep trying until you become a successful person. I understand why God making us like this to test our faith in Him. So we always grateful what we had when having a hard time. Try not to be mad, think positive, and try to find a solution in every problem you have and be patient. Okay, thank you very much.
This is indeed so true. Have a positive. I'm forever inspired by your journey, about your sharing. Whenever you have faced an difficulty, obstacle, you have never given up. You have never made yourself weaker. You have only faced it, became even stronger, stayed positive, so resistant, and persevered, and made yourself so accomplished. I'm truly inspired by all of our speakers, and I would love to thank all of you for sharing this with us. This is relevant to all of us in all our journey. Thank you so much. Is there any message you want to give to public? Let's begin with Miss Arina.
When anyone who wants to be friends with us, don't be shy. We are not so much different. Just be patient and understand people when we are communicate with you guys. And please be nice to each other, because we also get hurt by negative comment. We are human after all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This I am even me and everyone here. I think very inspired to learn BMI, and so we can understand each other and be friends. Also, to our audience, this is something I have learned. Let me share this. Clapping is, in sign language is like this. So when we have been doing like this, we have been clapping. Yeah. Oh, and this is thank you. Now we move to Mr. Amril. Is there any message you want to give to public?
Hello, I am back. We are not prepared at all. Not prepared. I know I am that. You are normal. I can. Okay. Why? We I jump. Our we and more to cover wing. Sometimes I jealous. We can call, we can watch TV and assistant or another button. I am very, very jealous. Sometimes I will play to court. Give me new KJ. Maybe I go to Thai. My no. Until now, I already jump my bed. Anyway, play do not discriminate. And jump a party. If you walk them with them, so with them, and they can do everything. More importantly, do not bully them. No. If you bully them, I come for you. I come for you. Thank you very much. I leave you all.
Thank you so much as well. Oh, and I would like to take this opportunity to correct myself. It is BIM, Bahasa Isyarat Malaysia, the Malaysian Sign Language. Next, may I request Mr. Edward, if is there any message you want to give to public?
Okay, just one thing. Always be grateful for everything you have, like your eyesight, your hearing, your movement, and so many others. Don't feel discouraged or complain about life is not fair to you or you had to live in noises. To be honest, I'd rather live in a life full of noises than in silence. I really want to learn. I always want to learn how to play violin and piano. So if I weren't deaf by now, maybe I would become a singer, a pianist, a violinist, or any other musical instruments that I can play. So look at our stories. We face a lot of difficulties and obstacles. But yeah, just cherish yourself, cherish your time, and practice gratitude and enjoy your life. Never give up on your life, because we have so many things, so many different targets in life. It's not like if you fail one and then you still have so many other goals to go for. In the world is so beautiful for you to travel and explore. So it's okay if we have some problem or some difficulties in between. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
I would rather live a life full of noises. I'm forever inspired whenever I hear about the stories and how just moving forward and keeping on inspiring others as well. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Mr. Albert, is there any message you want to give to public? Could you share it with us?
Okay, one thing. Maybe I think every one of you don't worry about things like meeting a deaf person and how to talk with them. Don't worry about this. It's very easy. You can, like this, when you meet a deaf person, you just say hello and learn BIM. It is maybe learn some simple BIM like this, thank you, and then this is I love you. And then no matter like you are hearing, you are maybe you are very hard of hearing, you are hearing, you can learn. Everyone, like maybe cochlear person with cochlear implant, also you can learn BIM. For the deaf person, of course, all of us, all the people in the world, we can learn this sign BIM together. It is very good. Why it is good? BIM is so beautiful, and when you meet a deaf person, you can always signing and enjoying communicating with each other. All of us can make a difference in our life. So I believe all of us can do, the deaf also can do. We are the same, we are equal. And BIM is just a language like BM and English. So BIM also another language for all of us to talk, to enjoy and communicate with each other. I believe every one of you will enjoy and love signing to each other. But don't forget the word DEAF, deaf. It is important for us. And another one we use is hard of hearing. And for the hearing, we have these three: deaf, hearing, and hard of hearing. All around the world, we are using this term. So now we are not using this hearing impact anymore. Why? Because it is the same like for us, is very disabled in this area. So some of us will feel it is not appropriate. So I hope that every one of you can always socialize with us and can have a better life, and then we can always communicate with each other, and always be patient if you are meeting a deaf person. So I hope that every one of you can stay positive always. Thank you so much. I love you.
Yes, all of us, I agree with you. We should learn BIM. It is indeed, I believe, simple, and I absolutely agree. We should learn the language and try to communicate and be positive throughout. Thank you so much. Next, we have Mr. Ernest.
So first of all, I hope the public, everyone who are interested, can learn sign language class, can join in our class for sign language. It's very easy for the deaf people to communicate. And secondly, I also hope that the public can understand about the deaf culture in depth. And thirdly, we must always respect our friends. And if you see, maybe you can just say hi but not ignore them. And maybe for the deaf, when they are wearing masks, so if you go to a shop and you saw someone who is not responding to you, like maybe you're calling him for 1 or 2 times, maybe you can try to respect, but not like keep telling them. Maybe you can just try to wave your hand to them and then asking them, are you deaf? Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for telling us. And I think here the common message to public is being respecting and treating all of us equal, and also trying to understand each other, and to do so also to be able to communicate, and to do so learn BIM. Thank you so much. And your stories has inspired me and others here, and I hope that it inspires more. And we know about your lives, your struggles, and how you have overcome them. We are inspired and motivated to learn sign language, to bridge the gap that we have between us, the deaf community and the hearing community. And we hope more and more people would be doing so as well. And I would love to thank all of you for your bravery and for sharing your lives with us tonight. Thank you so much. I take this opportunity to tell our fellow IMU students that sign language workshops are run by Breaching the Silence program. So please follow our Instagram and Facebook page and sign up for, and watch out for any programs and sign up for the workshops. Please like our Facebook and Instagram page and stay tuned. Thank you. Next, we have quiz time. I would love to pass the floor to Miss Esther and Miss Salma.
Thank you, Miss Ijula. So now is the quiz time. Is everyone ready? So thank you everyone for joining this session until now. So let's start the quiz. Okay, so first of all, prepare your mobile devices anything, let's say laptop or phone. Okay, so now we will go to the quiz. Hold on. Okay, so this is the quiz. So you can go to the hold on, sorry. You can go to the online here and you can search for quizzes. Q-U-I-Z, Q-U-I-Z-I-Z-Z. Okay, so there will be a game code. You can click 689539. Hold on, a bit of technical issue. In the message later. Okay, so the link is in the chat box. Can everyone see?
Please give us a moment. Now we are having a bit of technical difficulties. Thank you. Miss Esther, can you try to share, unshare and then share again? Okay, let's proceed to our next part that we have been waiting tonight, the lucky draw time. Now we would be having 5 winners, and I will call the name 3 times. And please unmute yourself and PM us using the contact in the chat box. And if no one responds, we would draw again. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's, we are now going to spin for the first lucky draw winner. Please, Wai Ling Pan. Our first lucky draw winner is Wai Ling Pan. Please unmute yourself. Wai Ling Pan. Oh, okay. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, she's here. Congratulations. Let's move to our second lucky draw winner. Let's spin, spin, spin. We spin. Okay. Okay. I think we are getting our, we got our second lucky draw winner, Tan Ling. Please unmute yourself. and PM us in the contact in the chat box. Tang Ling. Tang Ling, are you here? Okay. Congratulations. And now we will have our third lucky draw winner. Spin, 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 we spin. Kim, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce. Kim New. Congratulations. Kim New. Third time. Oh, okay, okay. I think we have found. Congratulations. And now we would spin for the fourth time for our fourth lucky draw winner. Spin, spin, spin. Joel Lim. Is Joel Lim here? Congratulations. Okay, okay, we have found. Congratulations, Joel Lim. And our final time, we are going to spin for our fifth winner. Okay, we spin, spin, spin. Yahweh Yat. Congratulations, Yahweh Yat. Oh, okay, we have found. Congratulations. And now we have our 5 lucky draw winners. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations once again. And I apologize if I have mispronounced your names. Congratulations to all the winners. And now we have come to the end of our event. And now this is photo session. Also, I would like to remind all of us to please follow our Facebook and Instagram page and please stay tuned. May I request all of you to turn on your camera so we can take the photo?
Give me a moment. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, going to the next page. 1, 2, 3. Last page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Remember, we had a bit of technical difficulties before, and we couldn't do the quiz time. Now we are going to have our quiz time. I pass the floor to Miss Esther and Miss Salma.
Hi, sorry everyone for the technical issue just now. Okay, so have your laptops and your mobile phone prepared. Okay, so you can go to this link, Quizzes, QUIZIZZ. Okay, and you can go into this code 9282580. Okay. Anyone enter in? Okay, so there's 2 participants. So I'll give around 1 minute for everyone to register in. Okay, so this game is a 10-minute game. There is 15 questions. So all the questions and answers have been published in our physical booth. If everyone paid enough attention, that's all the answers and all the information there. So So this we will there's a few games in, there's 15 questions, so everyone can participate in all the games. There's also a lot of small little gift will be going on in the game also. So we will start once everyone is in. Okay, so far there is 21 of us. I think there'll be more. So everyone just come and join, because you will never know would you win a gift or not. So come, let's join. So currently we have 24 person here. Continue joining. The questions are easy if you pay enough attention during our sharing session, our physical booth. You read through every information from there, you will sure know some of the questions and answer. Come on, come on. 32% now. Okay. Anyone joining some more? If not, then I will start the game. Yeah? Okay, so let's start the game. Okay, good luck everyone. Wow, going fast. The first one is Adrian, second, Hihi, and third is, oh, now we have changed. The second one is teacher Arina. Come on, come on. The scoreboard, oh, a lot of new names in the scoreboards. The first is still Mr. Adrian. Second will be MMMR. Third, CJ. Come on. Oh, Mr. Adrian, strong. Still the first one. We have the new top three, Mr. Adrian, Jasin, and Aiman. Come on, you know all the questions. Let's go, let's go. Mr. Adrian, still the first one. Oh, we have the new first, Jasin K. Come on, come on. Our first is still Jasin. Second is Anusha. Oh, third is Florisa. Remember to use all the power buttons. There are power buttons in to help you score your marks too. Don't forget to use power buttons. Okay, so the first three would be Jasin, Florisa, and Aiman. Come, keep it up, keep it up. Few more questions. Come on. Everyone done? Currently, the first is Jasin, second SQ, third is Siu Ying. Oh, we have change of leaderboard. Done. Is everyone done? %19 done, 20% done. So wait for 10 more person here. Sorry, 15 more. Remember our power buttons. Remember to use it. There are 9 more person. Is everyone done? Nine more. You might still change the leaderboard. Okay, you might still change the leaderboard. Come. 6 more person. Don't give up. Okay, is everyone done? I'll give another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds to get it done. Power buttons, don't forget your power buttons. Don't keep your power buttons, use it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, done. I end the game. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I end the game. So congratulations to Jasin K, Dava, and Chi Yi Eng. Okay. So for the first 3 person, congratulations to the first 3. And then, okay, so you will need to screenshot Okay, so the first one would be, okay, so you need to screenshot your last page with your score at the side here. You can see your dialog box here. You need to screenshot that for verification purpose as a winning as a gift for you. So in the message below the message chat box, we have put in the contact number to contact to claim the gift. So first three winners just now, Justin, if not mistaken, Dava, and Miss Ng. So you can put in your name in, you can contact the person in the chat box below to claim your gift. So thank you everyone. Hope you like the game. And I pass back to Miss Ijula.
Congratulations to all the winners. Great job, everyone. Now we have come almost close to a wrap up. And please follow us on Instagram, and please like us on Facebook. And now we have come to feedback. Please give us your feedback.